Bam. You ever seen the song? Yeah. Welcome to episode 31, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to First Show. What up?
Those intros are no more intros.
No more intros. We do it
Our way.
my way, or the highway.
That's not what the contract says.
What does the contract say? The
The
contract says our way.
Our way
50,
or the-
50,
it's our way or
and
the
we-
highway.
We make evenly split decisions.
And I don't feel like I was a part of this.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Wait. Let's just go again. Ready? You ready? This is staying in. This is the episode.
Oh, okay.
As always, my beautiful co-host.
Whoa. Where are you going from?
Welcome to episode 31. This is officially a chill podcast. Just vibes.
This music isn't really helping.
Sorry.
Play this one.
Yeah.
This is
This one?
yeah. Just turn up a little bit.
Yeah. Welcome
Welcome
to episode 31.
This is really nice and chill, actually.
This is very chill. This is before our listeners that are going to sleep. We hope that you have a restful evening.
Yeah.
That you sleep very nicely.
Mhm.
You have good dreams.
And that frog's laugh doesn't wake you up in the middle of the night.
Yes. I'm going to be very quiet for you for the next 30 seconds that you get a chance to fall asleep. Okay. All right.
That's enough of that. Alrighty.
Welcome to episode 31. What's up? Woo! Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
We do. We really do. It's great. Love you guys.
Yeah, man. I would say it every time, but episode 31, man, it's...
I was actually saying to someone the other day, they're like, how's your podcast going? I didn't even know that they knew I did a podcast. I was like, yeah, we've been doing it for over 6 months now. And then that blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah. Poor. Oh, you know what I've just realized?
What?
We're going to have a really, like, sexy moving background this episode.
Oh.
Look at it go.
That might be really distracting, actually.
No, I reckon it's fine. I think it looks nice.
It goes well with our chill vibe this morning.
Yeah, okay, this is
beginning.
officially the chill. No, this is not the chill episode.
No.
It will not be the chill episode. This is the vibe.
Go see the Patreon for the chill episode.
Vibes. This is the vibe, the vibey vibes episode.
Yeah.
Officially christened. The reason that the curtains are wafting about is because we have the air conditioning on. Because it is really hot in this room.
It is hot in
because
Australian summer.
Yeah, and apparently having several lights going at once
makes it warm.
makes it really warm in a small room, which is crazy.
Doesn't make any sense.
Who would have thought? Right?
Yeah.
I would not have thought.
No.
I don't think much.
No.
Joe, last week on the Patreon show,
Yeah.
you loaded your first ever roll of film.
I did.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how that went, how that felt?
I mean, it was a much easier process than I was expecting to load it. And actually this week, so we went and shot that afternoon and we used up the whole roll. And this week I loaded my second roll of film by myself. And that was really scary.
Yeah.
It was so scary to be like, okay, let's not expose this. Or,
Yep.
Yeah. It's scary.
But it went well?
Yeah. Think so.
You didn't expose... Well, you wouldn't know yet, I guess. but
No.
I
We'll
assume
know
you
once.
did okay.
I hope so.
I screwed up my medium format roll. Because medium
Yeah.
format roll is much thicker and much wider.
Yeah.
And also much more expensive.
Mm.
I'm shooting on Portra film. I was going to shoot on Portra 400.
Right.
And I went to load it, and I didn't do it correctly. I put it under. So the way that the film back works, I would show you, but there's film in it now. So, but the way that the film back works is that there's two rollers on both sides, and you push them over the rollers. You push the film over the rollers to get it to the back to where it gets exposed.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really thinking, and I put it under the rollers, like through the bottom of the roller, and then around it underneath. So it wasn't actually on any rollers. It was just like
Just kind of in there.
just kind of jammed in there. And I was like, and it like spun onto the actual thing, which is great. And I was like, all right, cool. So that's working good. And then I closed the film back and started winding it, and it got harder and harder to wind. And it like stopped, and I went, oh. And then I looked it up, and I still did like a YouTube Google search for like, you know,
How
to load Zenza Bronica SQA film.
Yeah.
And then I like found their manual, and I was like, I'm stupid. So I wasted like $30.
Oh, that's
Because portrait film is expensive.
yeah.
And I was so sure that I knew what I was doing, but you know, lesson
not.
learned, I guess.
Yeah.
The advantage is that the portrait film that I do have is already expired, so
Okay.
it would still take good pictures. It still will take good pictures, but you know, I don't feel as bad.
Yeah. Right.
But you developed your own film as well. You didn't even
I
send
did.
it off. How'd that go?
That was probably the scariest thing ever. Like, and it's actually a lot shorter process than I thought. So it took us maybe
Took us about 40
an
minutes.
hour. Yeah. I love it when you got to go into the dark room, pitch black, and you got to try and load the film onto a little spool. And it's like, and then you got to put it all back in the container. It just reminded me so much of like those films where those people are hanging upside down with a blindfold and they're like putting a gun back together.
It's like
I felt like I
spy
was doing
training.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah, you did really well, actually. You did way better than my first time developing film.
I mean, you were there the whole time, like telling me exactly
That's true.
what to do.
You know, every roll of film I have developed before yours
Yeah.
has gone wrong.
Really?
Yeah, yours is the first one that's gone
Oh,
wrong.
there was some really nice photos in there too.
Yeah. So I'm much more confident in my ability now
Right.
after
After seeing how that
seeing
came
you
out.
do it. Yeah. So I'm really excited. I reckon today I'm going to fill up the rest of the roll that I have in the Minolta there.
Yep.
Which is something like, I think I've shot 18 photos, so I have like
6 left?
18 left.
Oh, is it a 32?
36.
36.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's 36. Might be 24.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what
Yeah.
happened with my first roll. I thought it
do
was
you wanna-
36 and it's
Can you
actually
grab the
24.
Kodak Ultramax for me? It is that film, so I just want to... Well, how much was on yours? Because it's the same film.
24.
Oh, so it's 24 then.
Yeah.
Because there's what? 3 rolls in... There was 3 rolls in here.
Now there's one.
Oh.
Uh,
I don't think it's Kodak Ultramax. Huh. All right. Well,
That's weird.
I don't know, man. Oh, it'll be on the back. Actually, do you mind passing me the camera? Sorry, I'm making you like grab stuff. Ooh, it's a lot of throwing stuff around. It'll be on the back. I have the film stock on the back.
Oh, that's smart.
It is.
Mine
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
have one of them.
36. There's 36 exposures. Let's
36.
take one right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a picture of you on set.
I'm going to take one of you.
Okay. All right. Alrighty.
Mine's already loaded. Mine's ready.
Mine's also already loaded.
I don't know what I still need a light meter to work out what to do. Frank is so funny. Me handing my camera to Frank when we were filling up the roll last week. I just gave it to you and you turned around. You took like 3 photos or 5 photos. You just adjusted it, did it again, and I'm like here with my phone. Like, yeah, okay, that's the numbers I need to dial in here. All right. So maybe you should tell me what I need to dial it in as.
Okay. Well, it's kind of up to you, really.
I'm just gonna go by feel. This is what I'm feeling.
By mouthfeel.
This is what I'm feeling.
Alright, ready?
Gotta get it in focus.
I'm also kind of struggling with focus.
I'm
Hold
really
on.
struggling too, actually.
There we go. All right. 3. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hell
Woo.
yeah!
Very nice.
Nailed it. So I actually did some research, and this will help you in your kind of struggle with exposure and everything.
Yeah.
It's actually really difficult to overexpose and underexpose film.
Really?
Because the way that the scanners work is the way that they read the images by pushing light through it. And if it's slightly more dense,
Yeah.
because it's or it's underexposed or something, it'll just push more light through. So your initial scan might not be that great, but you can tweak it to kind of fix it. Now, it won't
Right.
look as good as nailing the exposure first go, but it is
It's-
something.
Yeah. There you go.
So, keep that in mind. I saw I saw an article that I was looking at where they overexposed by like 6 stops and they were
Whoa.
still able to bring it back.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
That's like white, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Like that's really quite.
Yeah, that's basically like little to no detail on the negative.
Yeah.
So yeah, like don't stress about it too much. You should be alright.
Yeah.
Especially for like medium format and stuff because it's so beefy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea what other photos are on here because I don't remember.
That's the best part.
I don't remember shooting anything else
Oh.
after like the role that I already developed.
Oh.
So this
Weird.
could have anything on it. The advantage of this is that it's auto. This has an auto mode, which is nice.
Oh, so you just
I just point and shoot. It's great. I just have to set
is that
the,
a digital one? Like a semi half.
well, it just has a light meter and kind of deals with it internally.
Oh, okay.
Like have a look. If you
if I just have a geese.
yeah, so if you put your eye through it and then you put your finger on the shutter button but don't press it.
This one.
Yeah, just put it on there. See how there's a red dot next to
Oh yeah.
that's telling you what shutter speed it's choosing.
That is really cool.
And if you change your aperture and stuff, it'll adjust that as well. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just auto exposure.
It's
great.
just aperture.
aperture priority,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
So
Which is
cool.
super cool.
Yeah.
I really like it. So this is my little go-to because I don't like having to think about it with this camera because then I can just go, oh yeah, sick. There's the thing there, and then I can just aim at it and go click, and then I have a picture. Whereas with the Minolta, with the Bronica, I have to slow down and actually think about it because like I only have 9 photos
and
it's like $30.
Yeah.
I wonder how much that is if I work it out. $30, 9. It's like little more than $3 a photo, right?
Yeah. Like $3.10.
Yeah.
$3.11, 12 cents, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's expensive for a photo.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We'll make some pretty ones
That's
later.
why you have to get it on point.
Yeah, so you're going to nail it first go and then not think about it. And then also get really lucky. Actually, on that, I also figured something out. I didn't figure something out. I learned something about film photography. Because with digital photography, you're kind of taught to expose for the highlights.
Yeah.
And then you can always pull the shadows back up later.
Right.
Whereas with film, you can't do that. With
Ah.
film, you can get the detail. This is why you can overexpose.
Right.
You can get the detail back from the highlights. You can't get detail back from the shadows.
Right.
So, for film, you expose for shadow. Whereas
Gotcha.
for digital, you expose for the highlights. Which I find really interesting.
That is very interesting.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So that's something new that I learned this week. And that has helped me a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's really cool,
I'm keen to expose this role, or to develop this role, and actually smash it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know I know what I'm doing now. Whereas last time it was all like streaky and gross and wasn't very good because I wasn't agitating it enough. I was only like twirling it, whereas I should have been flipping it like an angry baby.
I reckon we should have done it more, even from my role.
Even
I
more
see.
like aggressive.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll do that tonight. We'll how many? I have 2 spools, so we can. If you fill up your roll and I fill up mine, we can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
Sick. And then we can do the 120 afterwards.
The 120.
The medium format.
Oh yeah. That'll be fun.
Because I want to do that one. I definitely want to do that one individually because I feel like that one needs special care.
I wonder if it's any different, like the process.
Should be the exact same. It's still C41.
Right.
So it should be the same.
Should be the same.
Should be the same, being the key factor.
Yeah.
Here. But yeah, so getting back into film photography, super fun. I'm really keen to take some pictures with the Bronica later. I'm super excited to see how they turn out.
Yeah.
It's super pretty.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the news.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Furry News. I'm your anchor, Frank Mencken. I'm joined by Joe Murray.
Hello.
I just pinched my finger in my mic stand.
Ow.
And I tried not to make a noise, but it really hurt. And I'm sure I will make that the close-up of me going... All right, so I have 6. Joe has 2. We're going to go back and forth. I'm going to do 2, and then we're going to swap. So to start off, Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix have named their first child River after his deceased brother, which I think is very sweet.
Yeah, that is.
Avatar 2 has officially finished shooting and is in final production stages, and Avatar 3 is 95% complete.
Wow. Some sad news this week. Eddie Van Halen has passed away at the age of 65, following a long battle with cancer, and also Johnny Nash, who is a pop and reggae artist who gave us the song I Can See Clearly Now, has also passed away at the age of 80. So, sad news with that.
In movie release date news, heaps of movies have been pushed back.
Yeah.
So for one, June has been pushed back from October 2020 to October 2021. And The Batman has been pushed from October 2021 to late 2022.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
The Flashpoint movie has been delayed to November 4th, 2022. Shazam 2 has been delayed to June 2nd, 2023.
Oh, wow.
And in the good news, The Matrix 4 has moved up 3
Yeah, I
months
saw
to
that.
December 22nd, 2021.
Yeah.
We are going to get no media like
This year.
for a year.
Yeah, I know.
Like from now till end of next year,
Well,
there is nothing.
with my next bit of news, superhero movies are set to flood the cinemas in 2021, 2022. And I've got a list of a bunch that are coming out next year and
Alright.
the year after.
Hit me.
So in March, there's Morbius by Sony. In May, there's Black Widow. June, Venom. July, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That's also Marvel. In August, Suicide Squad. In November, Eternals. And in December is Spider-Man Far From Home sequel. So that's next year for just superhero movies.
So yeah, there's still a lot of movies coming out, but mostly superhero movies.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've all been delayed this year. So for 2022, in February, Thor will come out, or is set to. March, Batman. Also March, Doctor Strange, the second one. May, Black Panther 2. And July, Captain Marvel 2.
Huh.
Black Panther 2. I didn't even know they were making a second one.
Yeah, they were. I think they're going to get Shuri to replace Black Panther.
Right.
But I guess we'll see.
I don't know how it's going to work.
Hollywood actor Rick Moranis, best known from Ghostbusters, was sucker punched while walking along West 70th Street near Central Park West at 7:24 a.m. Moranis hurt his head, back, and hip in the attack and went to the hospital for evaluation. It has since come out since then that he is fine. He's okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like 67.
Which one? Which character is he?
Glasses.
Oh.
Yeah. So he quit his acting career in the 90s to take care of his sick wife.
Wow.
Yeah, just a great man.
Yeah. And
Did not deserve to get sucker punched in New York City.
That is insane.
Yeah. And I have two things. Quickly, Season 2 images of The Witcher have been released. Looks really cool. Very excited. Can't wait for that. And lastly, Jamie Foxx, who played the classic Spider-Man villain Electro in the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2, is in final talks to reprise the role for the latest Spider-Man installment, starring Tom Holland and being made by Marvel Studios and Sony Pictures. Marvel has made no comment. Movie is slated for a November 5th, 2021 release.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that should be interesting. That'll be the first person to jump ship from the Sony Spider-Man films
To
the Marvel cinematic universe. Well, still Sony Spider-Man films, but
yeah, it's
the
the other way
cinematic
around,
universe ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, should be cool.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
would be cool.
that's the news. See you next week, maybe, if there's news. I was going through my news today,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, I should probably delete all the stuff from last week. And it was just kind of sad, because I was like, oh, none of this is relevant anymore.
Yeah.
I had like 3 things from last week, but oh well.
Yeah, it wasn't much that happened last week.
No, last week was pretty dead.
Yeah.
And then this week it was all like, blah!
Yeah.
Everyone's dead and dying.
Everyone's dying and every movie's pushed back.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough week.
Yeah.
You have movie written on the board.
Yeah, I saw this week when going through the news.
What are you doing?
I'm just playing. You know how you can pull this out and spin it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just playing with it.
Oh, you
I'll stop playing with it.
No, it's okay.
I'll sit on my hands.
I was just very confused. Sorry, go on. I
I
didn't know you could do that, actually.
Yeah, you can pull it out so you can
For
spin it.
audio, there's a little tab on our mic stands that apparently you can pull out and spin. which I was unaware of.
So you
that's
can
fun.
get into a better place to tighten it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I've just been kind of dealing with it.
Well, now you know.
All right, go on.
Yeah, so I was going through my news and then I saw this thing and it was like this actress I didn't write her name down has joined the cast for the Dear Evan Hansen movie.
Yes.
And I was like, what movie?
Oh, you didn't know about
I
this?
didn't know they were making a
yeah.
movie.
Ben Platt is playing Evan Hansen, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty
insane.
cool.
I
Yeah,
just-
sorry. This is like relatively old news, but yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, this came out like start of this year,
Oh,
mid this
okay.
year.
No, I didn't even know. And then I just read that this person has joined the cast and I was like,
Yes, this
they're
person.
making this movie? Yeah.
Yeah, I know who this person is.
Do you?
No, I have no
No,
idea.
yeah, I forgot. I didn't write a name down.
No, that's
but-
cool.
Yeah, like a Dear Evan Hansen movie. That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to pull it off. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
For context, Joe and I are massive fans of Dear Evan Hansen, like massive.
Love it. It's so cool.
So yeah, that'll be really cool. That'll be definitely be your chance to actually like see
Actually see it.
a version of it that's not just music.
Yeah. I hope they don't like ruin it though.
Look, Ben Platt's in it, so I don't think they will.
Surely not.
But then again, that's what we said about the Avatar show, and its creators left. So
Yeah.
transferring things to movie and TV is really difficult, apparently.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see.
We'll see.
I don't think I've. Oh, actually, no. I'm stupid. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever seen a musical turned into a movie, but
Lame is.
I'm just dumb. Yeah, Les Mis, Chicago, Cats, Oklahoma, Wizard of Oz. Is there more? There's way more.
There's way more. Shrek. That went from a musical to a movie, right?
No, Shrek went from a movie to a musical. Oh, that was a funny.
That was a
ha-ha.
funny one.
That was a funny. Ha Sorry. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, thanks. So we last week officially, well, week before last week now, officially became a company. It's very exciting. Now we don't have a space quite yet for our studio. So
I think every week I say to you, I'm just like, I just want a studio.
I just want to build the studio, but we don't have the money yet. But so currently the company works out of my house,
Yes.
which is very exciting. Which is fun. It means there's food, which is cool. But that also means that that legally, I had to make my home the operating grounds of the company.
Yes.
Which is fine, but I have gotten so much spam mail
Have you?
over the past like week.
Really?
I came home the other night to literally a stack of letters
Whoa.
that were wrapped in a rubber band. And I was like, why? Why do I have this?
Wow.
And one of it was actual mail.
Really?
Like one of it was and the thing is, you have to open it all. Like you can't just
You can't just throw it out.
no, you
'cause
can't
what
just
if it's
bin it because
important?
what if something is necessary?
Yeah.
But literally one thing, like it was one of them was our tax file number letter, and I was like, all right, that's fine. Like I understand needing a letter for that.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's chill. But the rest was all like, buy your domain name. Your domain name is free. Get your domain name. Hey, did you know that we have a $300 course for people that are starting a business for you to learn how to start a business? Hey, we're tax accountants. Do you need to do taxes? Hey, we do money management. We can. Hey, you should build your website. Like, dude, I have Google. I can Google these things. I don't need your letters. No one sends letters anymore.
Oh my god.
And also, how do you get this? How did you get my address?
That's true.
Like, is this just like a public database where it's just like, can people just look up my address now?
Yeah.
Is that like a thing?
I don't know.
That's so strange to me.
I actually had that the other day where I was like, wait, how many people actually know where I live?
Right?
From like the government would know, and the amount of bank things that I put my address on. And
Yeah.
It's like,
Like it's like I immediately now understand why so many like YouTubers, content creators, and stuff have random people just showing up at their house, because it is so easy.
Yeah.
It is so easy.
To just
It's kind
scary.
of terrifying. Like you can
Don't show up at our house.
don't show up at my house.
Your
You're
house.
fine.
I'm fine.
Don't show up at my house. I have a big dog. It'll deck you. Oh, Zelda.
She's actually scary when she doesn't know who you are.
Yeah,
for a second.
she is genuinely
Like she didn't work out who I was for a second one day, and
Yeah.
like she just went off
she
a
goes,
nut.
She goes like full defense mode. She's
Yeah.
like, "Bah!"
Anyway,
But yeah, it's so strange, and like immediately I understood why all these YouTubers and stuff just have people show up at their house, because like
just
you could just like look up someone's email address
and it
and pay like $2
yeah
and just have all of their information.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened to Gus Johnson and Eddie Burback.
Oh really?
Because their email address, well, obviously you have to have an email address associated with a YouTube channel, and they just had their YouTube channel, and someone just pulled their email address from their YouTube channel and found like their address, their IP address, where they live, their phone number,
Yeah, nice.
their like just everything. It was really funky.
Right.
So I totally understand why like people show up at your house. Just don't do it. It's weird.
No, yeah. Just weird.
I think eventually once we have a lot of people, I want to start like a PO box, like open a PO box.
Yeah.
And
Do they cost money?
Yeah.
Oh.
But then we can do mail.
You have mail.
Yeah. Like Gus and Eddie have a podcast, and they do a section called Mail. And it makes me piss myself laughing every single time, because they'll just be talking. Their podcast is so good. Go watch it, Gus and Eddie.
Yeah.
Two things that they do in their podcast that I love. They have a section called Mail, where they'll just be having a conversation, and then one of them will go say that it's us, right?
Yeah.
They'll just go blah 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 blah. Hey Joe.
Yeah.
I'll go yeah. And then they'll go, I think it's time for, and then they'll like wait for the other one to catch on, and then they'll both go, mail. It's so funny. And then they'll do it with like guests on the show as well, and they'll just have a guest sitting there, and they'll be like, "Hey Eddie, I think it's time for mail," and then the guest will be like, "Mail." It's so funny. The other thing I love that they do is they do like a super abrupt ending to the show every single week.
Oh really?
Like they don't have an outro. It'll just be like the one that I watched yesterday, their last episode. They were like, he was like, he like made a joke. He was like, "Oh, I thought that'd be funny for the cutoff bit, but now I'm realizing that it's probably not a good place to end the cutoff bit. So, Gus, do you want to come up with a joke for the cutoff bit?" And then Gus goes, "Yeah, okay." And then goes, "Bap," and then it's gone. It's so funny. It's so genuinely funny. It makes me laugh every single time. But yeah, they're good. Go check out Gus and Eddie. Great podcast. We have to restart the cameras like every 30 minutes. Which is really frustrating. But 1 week, and I want to do it like ages from now so that people forget that I've said this.
Yeah.
But I wanted to. Bo Burnham does this bit in one of his specials where because for comedy specials, right, they record several different nights and then they cut it together.
Yeah.
And then he does this bit in the show where he goes up to the audience and he goes, "Hey, you guys know what continuity errors are?" And then the camera cuts and he goes, "Anyway, so," and it's like, and he's wearing like a different shirt. And it's so funny. Because it comes out of nowhere. Like he just walks up and he looks at the audience and goes, "Hey, do you guys know what continuity errors are?" And then he goes, "Bap," and he's like, "All right, anyway, moving on." And then another one that he has in the show is he goes to the audience and he goes, "Hey, you guys want to hear a joke about video editors?" And then it cuts. and then it just cuts to the start of a song. It's so good. It's awesome. So meta. I love it. But yeah, I really want to do that 1 week.
Just be in a different clothing.
Just like straight down camera. Be like, "Hey, do you guys know what a continuity error is?" and then we go cut the cameras.
Or maybe like one person walks back in.
Duck moves. Just curtains change colors. That would be so different chairs. Whole set changes.
Whole set change.
We should do that if we ever change the set. Just
That's how we introduce it.
hey, do you guys know what continuity errors are? Bap. All right. Anyway. Oh,
That's great.
so good. Anyway,
We'll swap
Long-
chairs. You sit there and I'll sit. You sit here and I'll sit there.
I'd feel weird doing that.
That'd be
Hang on,
really-
do you want to swap?
We
Hang
should
on,
do
we're
that one
swapping.
week, yeah,
We're
okay.
swapping now.
Why do I kind of like this side better?
Your seat's very warm.
So is yours.
I can see both cameras now. That's really
yeah,
helpful.
I can't see the USR.
What?
This is kind of strange.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Well, all right, carry on. I don't like this at all.
You don't like it?
Oh, I like.
Oh, you
this.
right there?
Yeah, I got a nice phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got some messages.
I do have some messages.
Yeah. All right, we're switching back.
Yeah, let's swap.
I hate this. All right, experiment complete. Let's never do that again.
Yeah, let's not do that again.
Anyway, next thing you have on the board. So hit it.
Soundtracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a minute to like
All right, you have 60 seconds.
go. No, just to like appreciate people who write soundtracks.
Ludwig Göransson. Mwah.
Oh,
Banger.
so nice.
I shouted him out on Twitter the other day
Yeah.
because he well, I didn't shout him out. He has like millions of followers, but Road was like, "Who are your favorite composers?"
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, Ludwig.
Yeah, he's so good. But there was, well, are there any like iconic scores that you like?
That I love.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a
Yes?
couple
Okay.
actually. Call Me by Your Name, that whole soundtrack.
Mhm.
Inception, obviously.
Mhm.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
These are all by these are the same
These
people.
are the same
This is all
people.
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Let's just say Hans
Hans
Zimmer.
Zimmer.
Just pin that.
All of his movies.
Yeah. Obviously Black Panther soundtrack is
And
just
Tenet.
so good. Tenet, yeah, absolutely. I have one like in the back of my head.
Can't remember it.
Let me check my list. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah. Well, there's actually one. I found a really good example of like very clever writing, and it was from actually the How to Train Your Dragon soundtrack.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Do you remember the scene where what's his name? Hiccup
Yeah.
and Toothless is the dragon.
Yes.
When they're flying for the first time.
Yes. I
Well,
remember that
vaguely.
scene. I can't remember anything about it.
Well, roughly what happens, I think, from what I remember, is
sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
Euphoria is the other one for me.
Oh yes.
So good.
Yeah. Roughly what happens is he straps on like that, like the side of his tail that he made,
Yeah.
that Hiccup makes, and then they fly for the first time, and they kind of tussle, and they go good, and then all of a sudden it goes really bad, and then eventually they get to a point where they're flying super well and like
Yeah.
weaving, and it's so cool. But in the beginning of it, it's like this when the track starts playing, it plays Hiccup's theme. So his theme's playing as they're starting to fly, and then when things start to go wrong, it starts playing Toothless's theme.
Oh.
And so, like, when the characters are introduced, when Hiccup's introduced in the beginning of the movie, like, that theme's introduced. When Toothless is introduced later, his theme's introduced. And now they're both, like, playing. And this guy... did I write down who... Oh, I didn't write down who wrote the score, but it, like, starts to intertwine with each other. And so... Hiccups is playing, and then Toothless starts playing as Toothless tries to take control, and then it kind of goes back and forth for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they start playing together.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
he's written it so that it fits in like perfectly with each other. And as soon as they start playing together, like they're weaving in and out of these rocks, and like,
That's so sick.
it's so satisfying.
I actually watched a whole analysis video about how Avatar the show uses like musical cues.
Oh yeah,
And it's kind of on the same level because the thing was that because it's an animated show and it was under pretty heavy time crunch, they had to just kind of create these stings and then run with them, basically. So they come up with these random ideas and be like, all right, that's Zuko's theme or whatever it is.
That's cool.
And then they would adapt those themes over time into full soundtracks. So like the Zuko sting from the first episode becomes the Fire Nation's theme in like season 2. And then later on there's like a major version of Zuko's sting that plays when he becomes a good guy, like that sort of thing.
Right.
And then there's also one of the pivotal moments in the show is a scene where Aang and Zuko are like learning how to firebend.
Yeah.
And they do this dance with the dragons. And they go like, bah, bah, that sort of thing. And it's so well done. And the score for that uses stings from the Fire Nation and from the Air Nation.
Wow.
And then it like merges them into one and uses all these like tribal beats and stuff to like, oh man.
So cool.
So good.
Yeah.
It is so, so good. But yeah, no, I love when that stuff happens.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Soundtracks are dope.
I know. Even, I was also looking at Baby Driver.
Yep.
Soundtrack you can't go past.
No.
And I didn't realize how much of it was like synced to the music.
Yeah, all of it is.
Yeah, like the whole movie.
Yeah, that's the point of the movie.
I didn't realize how much of it was.
Oh.
I noticed like bits and pieces.
That's why I love it so much, because everything is in time.
Yeah.
Like,
and it like, oh man, and it just brings like, it brings you into what's his character's name? Baby. Into his perspective way more.
yeah.
When he puts headphones in and
Yeah. I'm really amazed you didn't know that.
I don't know. It's just like kind of realizing things.
Right.
It's like when you watch The Shining for the second time.
True, yeah. No, that's why I literally, I walked out of Baby Driver the first time I saw it, bought another ticket, walked right back in.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so good.
it kind of sucks that most of the cast of that movie are bad people.
Yeah.
Because, like, Kevin Spacey,
Mm.
Ansel Elgort,
Yeah.
John Hamm. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, get it, John Hamm. That's pretty much it. It's like that's kind of the most of it.
Yeah.
And it's really just Kevin Spacey and Ansel Elgort that are a bit.
Yeah. But
Man, I was rooting for Ansel Elgort.
yeah.
I liked him, and now he's he's not like indicted of it. He's not convicted of anything, but there's some weird
Stuff
screenshots
going
out
on.
there
Yeah, right.
of him like chatting up people, and it's not very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not very nice at all.
Okay.
So yeah,
I liked him.
me too, and that's why I'm sad that he's a bit of a prick.
Yeah.
Who is it that's like? I read a story the other day of like someone who's genuinely really nice, like a famous person. Can't remember, but it was like someone like The Rock, but not The Rock, like in
Yeah.
that kind of area.
Yeah.
I watched. This is not on topic whatsoever, but I just thought about it because like action movie stars.
Yeah.
There was a live event probably 2 weeks ago now, where it was a live reading, like it was a live table read of an upcoming movie.
Oh yeah.
And they did a live table read. It was like Brad Pitt, John Hamm, Josh Gad, and Shia LaBeouf was there.
Right.
And Shia LaBeouf, if you didn't know, Shia LaBeouf is a method actor.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
I can just see where this is going.
So there's all of these like there's all of these like rich actor people that are like sitting in their house, and it's like Brad Pitt sitting in his office like
Yeah.
and then Shia LaBeouf is on the Zoom call in like his truck with the camera like propped up in the passenger seat, and he's just like somewhere else entirely, like
Right.
just completely out of it. And he's like, and he has the script 100% memorized,
Whoa.
like front to back, isn't reading whatsoever, and is fully in character, method acting,
Wow.
like has like, I'm gonna say a cigarette for his sake. For audio listeners, I went,
Probably not.
but dude, so so good. Like such just like a display of like mad skill.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed watching it. I didn't watch that much because I was a bit like, whoa, it's so intense.
Yeah.
But it was really cool.
Yeah.
Just to see him like fully in character. Because it went around Twitter for a bit and everyone was like, is he high? And then it was like, well, yeah, but
he's
still doing really well.
Yeah.
Like it's part of the character.
That's so cool.
But yeah, mad respect for that man. I feel like he deserves a lot more than he currently has.
I think so too.
He's just so good and he keeps getting the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
But
Oh well.
anyway, segueing along.
Meow.
I
That
have
came back.
yeah. Because well, if I keep going, I'm not going to keep talking.
True.
Yeah, I got to
Just
segue away, drop the conversation we were having, grab
you
the
come-
next one, and then come back.
Ah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So the next thing is on the board is storage. I have a problem that I need to solve.
Well, yeah, you only have like one thing of shelves over there and one over there.
No, not physical storage. Digital storage.
was cheeky. Yeah.
No, digital storage. So we have a NAS that we run, where we edit everything
We
off
do.
of.
It's not full already, is it?
No.
No way.
It's a 10 terabyte drive.
Yeah.
It is currently sitting at 5 point something.
What? How?
Well,
How?
so
How?
I don't know. It's just like
What?
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand. So I am thinking there's two solutions to this problem.
Yeah.
Okay, one,
That's insane.
I get more storage.
Yeah.
Two, I keep all of the finals of everything
Get rid of all
and
your
delete
edits.
the raw footage.
Hmm.
That's the one I'm leaning towards.
I think that's probably the way to go.
because like an exported file is like maybe 10 gigs max for the podcast.
Mm.
The video files is like there's like for this episode is going to be like 400 gigs of footage.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That's too much.
That is too much.
Because that's 2 episodes. That's a terabyte.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's where all our things going.
I would like space for other things, please. So I think I'm going to keep all my other footage.
Yeah.
But I think the podcast, I'm going to
Just
edit,
keep the.
export, dump the originals.
That's what I do now with because I only have I think it's a 2 terabyte hard drive that
Yeah.
I back up pretty much everything on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm similar. I was just filling that up and the storage on my laptop super quick. And
Yeah.
so I'm kind of like, okay, just save finals now.
Yeah.
Dump original stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what I'm going to do today.
Yeah.
I'm about this one's going to be Project 40 on there.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's not that many.
Really? I
For,
think it's a
for
lot.
5 terabytes, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
40
I'm up
since you've
to-
had it. That's not.
When
that's
did
a
I
lot.
start? Let me check my Google Sheets because
Oh, yeah, you track all your.
I track all my things. Man, I've started tracking everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of well, no, it helps me. It's good. I like it. I like tracking things. Let me get it. Let me get it quickly. Bam, 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 bam. Do you want to fill time while I search for this? Oh, never mind. I found it.
I was just singing.
Oh,
my
you
time filler.
Yeah, yeah.
Until a
Fair.
joke. Knock knock.
Fair enough. Oh, I have to install Google Sheets. No, I don't. We're good. All right. So, I started cataloging my footage on the 28th of the 7th. So that's July?
August.
July.
June? Yeah, July.
July. On the 28th of August, as of... I can't scroll any further. That sucks.
You gotta go edit, don't you?
Oh, there we go. Nah, I got it. We good. We Gucci. We vibing. Yeah, so 28th of July was the day that I started cataloging my footage. As of the 6th of October, which is the last thing that I've put in here, I have shot 605 clips.
Whoa.
Yeah.
605 clips.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, just like I'll put it horizontally for you, and just like have a little scroll. Just have a little scroll. Maybe a cinnamon scroll. Maybe a Vegemite scroll.
I like Vegemite scrolls.
Me too, actually.
They're so good. Oh my word!
Right?
It just keeps going.
It's kind of crazy at this point.
Yeah.
That being said, I really enjoy doing it. It makes my life easier. If I need to search for things, because they're all tagged. Like I talked about this in a past episode. I think it's episode. I don't remember. Let me check.
20 something, I reckon. 22.
20.
My vote's 22.
22. I got logged out of Patreon, so I can't check.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I did definitely talk about my footage organization stuff.
Yeah, you did.
It would have probably. Oh, it would have been like the episode in July, because that's.
Yeah, because that's when you made it.
It would have been right when I started. Oh, I didn't make it the title. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, crazy. I need to figure out. I need to delete some stuff. I think because I want to keep using the NAS. I think eventually though, I'm gonna have to take out all those drives,
put new ones in,
and move up to 24 terabytes.
Yeah.
Get six 2 terabyte hard drives.
Well, hopefully at that point we'll have the studio and be able to work all through that.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, because like that's the thing is like hard drives now that SSDs are the standard are really not too expensive. Like what's a 2 terabyte
compared to what they were? Yeah.
Yeah. Because a 2 terabyte hard drive, I want internal ones. A 2 terabyte hard drive is $93.
Oh.
So for give or take $500, I could have 24 terabytes.
Are there 12 slots in there?
No, there's 6. Oh wait, no, I'm bad at maths. Never mind, that would be 12.
Yeah.
I'd have to get 4 terabyte drives.
Yeah.
4 terabyte.
Or just get 10 terabyte drives, if that's a thing.
I wonder what the max is. 4 terabyte drives are $144.
Oh,
so that's not that bad.
No.
I wonder if surely they have 10 terabyte drives.
60 terabytes worth of storage.
10 terabyte hard drive. I don't want it from that store. They have 8 terabyte drives. 10 terabyte drives. From Amazon for $450.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yes. This one's $250 for 8 terabytes. That's doable.
That is, yeah.
Online offer for $30 off until the end of the month.
Hey,
I should get on that.
You should get on
because I can afford it.
Yeah.
I can't. That's the joke. I can't afford it. I can't afford it.
Oh.
I just spent like $350 on a gym membership.
Yeah, true.
And I've just spent another $300 on some shoes.
This is what JobKeeper does.
My JobKeeper's gone down.
Yeah, I know.
They cut it. Means I'm down like $300 a month.
Sad.
$300 I could have spent on shoes. Anyway, you've got the next thing.
So, I really hope you don't know this, but this is just some random thing that I found this week. Remember when we streamed?
Every time we touch. Yeah, don't sing too much because we'll get copyrighted.
True.
Yep.
Remember when we streamed?
Yes.
That was fun. Remember when I...
Remember when we did this thing? That was fun. Anyway.
No, remember when I tried to log into my Steam?
Yeah.
And I had a lot of trouble with the computer thing.
Yes.
Telling me to pick the traffic lights.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I could not find the traffic lights. So I didn't realize, but yeah, I thought about this ages ago. I was like, a computer would be able to like... Because it asks you if you're a robot, if you're a computer.
Oh, are you gonna talk about why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know this. But
You do
go
know?
on, yeah. Because it's not about what you're actually clicking.
No.
Yeah.
So a computer would be able to do that super quick. It'd be able to pick the boxes.
Yeah.
And tick it and be like, yeah, done. But me being the stupid person I am sitting there like trying to work it out.
Yeah.
And I'm failing like 5 times in a row. And the computer's not actually testing if you can do it or not. It's testing how quickly you can do it.
Yeah, it's testing how badly you can do it, actually. Yeah.
Like,
It's super interesting. And on a deeper level, it's not just... Because the second you... So this is basically how it works from my understanding.
yeah.
The second you open a reCAPTCHA, it starts logging what you're doing. So it's logging your keystrokes and your mouse movement.
Right.
What it's trying to figure out is if your mouse movement is natural, and it's trying to figure out if you're like by natural I mean you're not going bah, bah,
Yeah, straight
bah.
to everything.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also looking at like what you've done in the last 2 to 5 minutes, give or take. It's like, has this person browsed the internet normally?
Yeah.
Have they been doing this? Have they been doing that? Whatever. Super interesting stuff, though.
That is really
so it's not
interesting.
testing whether or not you can do better than the computer. It's testing whether or not you can do worse than the computer.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel pretty bad about myself.
Finding that out made me feel pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Considering I spent like probably 5 minutes trying to get into that.
Well, that's probably because you were too good at it.
Maybe.
Like, realistically, it probably was because you were too good at it.
Maybe, yeah.
Because you would have been like, bop, 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 bop. All right, next.
And they would have been like, no.
And they'd be like, that's too fast. No human that
I'm a
good.
computer.
I'm a computer.
I mean, towards the end, I did get frustrated enough that I was just clicking them really quickly.
You're like, bah, 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 bah. Screw you. Blah.
I'm clearly not a computer.
Should just be able to send a picture of your face. Be like,
That'd be funny.
All right, you want to do your Foley fact?
I would love to.
All right.
Joe's got a Foley fact.
Yeah.
Foley fact.
What?
Joe's got a Foley fact. Yeah.
My name is Joe, and I'm here to say I love Foley in a major way.
That should be next week's new song.
My name is Joe, and I'm here to say I make noises every day.
I'm going to clip that. That's going to be next week's song.
Wait, go again.
Okay.
Ready? My name is Joe, and I'm here to say I love Foley in a major way. Yeah.
That's it.
That's going to be the new song.
Love it.
Beautiful.
So we are building on our little Atmos that we
It's
got
like
going on.
Legos.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
So last week,
Last week.
we
Here's
had,
Joe.
we had rain and thunder.
Yes. Very,
I
very frightening.
I did a little edit on it. I was going to play it again to recap. I did a little edit on it, and I can tell you what I did.
I bet.
So this is it.
It sounds way better. Can I guess what you did?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it playing. Did you put, I don't know which one, but a high pass or a low pass on the bacon?
There was a high pass on it, but I pulled a little more of the high frequencies out. Yeah. So yeah, you're kind of right. But
Yeah,
there
'cause-
was something else that I did too.
Well, because what makes me think that is because it doesn't sound like the crackling anymore.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing that you did?
So this is a really sneaky trick. Whenever you're working with rain or like a waterfall, you put in a little bit of pink noise.
What's that?
Pink noise. I think there's white noise and pink noise. I think pink noise plays every frequency from 200 to 20k. No, what? 20 hertz to 20k at the same level. I
Right.
think. Please, audio people out there, don't hate me if I got that wrong.
So is that kind of
And
that
it's
background?
kind of like it sounds like shh.
Yeah.
That's just what it sounds like. And so you put in a little bit of that, and it sort of sounds like more like water.
I like that.
So yeah. And now we have I think it's inside a car now.
Oh.
So what I actually we'll play it first and I'll tell you what I added.
Okay. Dude, that's so sick. That's crazy. Okay, tell me how you did it.
Okay, so listening to that back, actually, I should have changed something. I should have. What I did to the whole clip is I think I put a high pass filter on. No, low pass filter on like everything. But I should have, instead of doing that, put a low pass on the pink noise. Because you can hear like a really low rumble in there. And I think that's also from the pink noise. So fixing. You guys can fix that up. But I added. This is actually really cool. I added. I poured some water onto some metal, and recorded the sound of that to try and get a little bit of like ting 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 in there.
Yeah.
And I did that by actually pouring it onto some saws that I found in the shed.
Ah.
So I brought a big tub into the studio and put some saws across the top of the tub and then like poured it. So yeah, added a little bit of that, and then I also just recorded the car on with some windscreen wipers.
Oh, the
Yeah. So you can hear a little.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. What are you gonna add next week? Do you
I
think?
don't know. What are we gonna do?
Maybe like a faint radio.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then, how about next week Thursday, we film something
Yeah.
to go with it.
That'd be cool.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. All right, well, we'll finish up there. I think.
Yeah. I like it.
I think we're good.
I think so too. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
There's nothing else on the list.
All right, well, thanks. Thank you so much for watching or listening to this episode of The Fro Show. If you enjoy it, and if you enjoy what we do, check out Patreon at patreon.com/The Fro Show, where you can find the After Fro Show, as well as Soundcheck Shenanigans, and a couple other bonus resources that we put up occasionally. And yeah.
And subscribe to our YouTube.
Yes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel
Yeah.
if you got
so you
this
don't miss
far.
out.
And turn on post notifications and stuff, because we post new episodes every single Monday at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Brisbane time,
Yeah.
which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. I feel like
LA, I think.
I think I need to start putting that in, because a lot of our listeners are from the US.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know when it comes out for you.
Yeah.
Also, UK, let us know as well, because there's a couple of you as well.
Yes.
Anyway, also check us out on social media at The Fro Show on everything.
Yeah.
And we will see you over there.
Yeah.
Joe, anything else?
See you guys next week.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.